Hello. How are you guys? How's everyone? Can you guys hear me and see me okay? You guys see me and hear me okay? Awesome. Thanks for the feedback, Joe. What's up, Ralph, Leslie, Sija, Joe, Sarah? How are you guys doing? How's everybody? What's up, Garrett? Can you believe 1 week from today is Halloween? Like, it just comes too fast. I don't know. I always start to get sad around this time because I'm like wishing that it would just always be on the horizon and never quite be here because then it's over so fast. Do any of you guys got big plans for Halloween? Do any of you guys got big plans for Halloween? Yeah, definitely. I'm done as far as on the channel making content. So that's a good feeling to having shot the last videos. And I mean, I'm still editing, but I'm okay. I've been better. I'm a little overwhelmed. Got a lot going on. A lot I got to try to get done because I fly out to Florida on Thursday. So, and like super early Thursday morning. So I got a lot I got to do between now and then. But I was able to get a lot of the stuff done. Well, mostly I got my nails done today, and then I got video shot that I needed to get shot so that I could edit while I was gone. I got some of the cleaning stuff done, got my laundry done, so now I gotta just start packing basically. Ooh, that's cool. A Samhain gathering or Samhain. God, I always say that wrong. Samhain gathering. That's super sick. I don't know what it's all about, but sounds cool. Thank you, Ralph. Holy guacamole, those are some dope hells. Thank you. Yeah, they're. I had to go with orange and black again, but I wanted to do something like different than the last set. But I had to go with orange and black, so I'm going to be doing all kinds of Halloween stuff over the next week. With Miss Leslie over there in Florida. We got a lot of plans. She's going to wear me out. Nice, Cloud. Enjoy that blunt. The goat. Thank you. All right, so I have one package to open from for one of you. I don't know who this is from exactly. Oh, it's from Joe. But if anybody else sends a package, I won't be able to open it, of course, because I'm going to be gone for the next week or so. But whenever I do get back home, I'll do a stream and open up stuff again. I'm not sure if I'll be doing a stream next week or not as far as movie night. But the plan is to do at least, one stream from the convention, probably more than one over the next week, but we'll see. I have a video coming out Friday and then another video that comes out on Halloween as well. So hopefully you guys enjoy all the content. And I'm going to try to review Five Nights at Freddy's if I can get a chance to go see it and shoot it, edit, all that. But we'll see. All right, so I got something here from Joe. Let's see what we got here. Whoa, looks like a... Oh, what the fuck? It's like Legos and stickers and a card. It's like a birthday card, but it's not my birthday, so I guess it's a Halloween card. Oh, I like this. You wrote my name like in a really cool way on the envelope. You guys see that? Yeah. But it's a card, and it's like a Halloween card. That moment when you finally get your Halloween costume on and then suddenly realize you have to pee. It's Halloween. Be prepared for anything. Says, Kanan, I hope your Halloween is spooky as it ought to be with all good wishes around. I hope to hear you were graced with an appearance by the Great Pumpkin. Hell yeah. From Joe Curacola. P.S. Enjoy the Halloween treats. And there's like this little bag with a bunch of like fun stuff in it. It's got like stickers and let's see what all. Looks like some little Legos. What are these? Little Legos. WM blocks. Ooh, it's like, are they like Legos in costumes? This is awesome. There's like a bunch of different little Lego dudes, but I don't. Oh shit! They're like different horror. Dude, these are sick. Like I gotta open this one right away. It looks like it's a pyramid head. I get the pyramid head. I didn't even know these existed. Like something like this existed. These are sick. Yeah, there's a few, so I'm not going to put them all together right now, but I had to put this one together. This is fucking cool. I'm trying to figure out. Look, he's got this big ass fucking knife. So, look at that. Isn't that sick? I'm not going to put his arms and stuff on, though, because I'll end up losing and dropping something right now. They need to be set up in a. But there's like. Holy crap, dude. There's a. Hold on. Dude, there's a bunch of them. This is so sick. Oh shit, there's the I always get the two confused. If it's the chick from I think it's the chick from Nightmare Before Christmas, right? Yeah. I forget her name, but like there's that one. There's the I don't know what this one is. I can't see it well enough to know what it is. Anybody else guess what that is? Yeah, Sally. Thank you. But yeah, and then there's a bunch of these little stickers, killer clowns, like a whole fucking stack of them, killer clowns and Insidious, brother hooking it up, Dracula, like just so much sick stuff. Joe, you were amazing. I can't wait to sit down and like go through all of this and put together these Legos. They're definitely going to be up here on the shelf for sure. Man, this is such a cool little gift. Thank you so much, Joe. Oh, it's Jack from The Shining. Okay. Yeah, I see it now with the axe. Yep. That's so cool. Okay. It's hard to see them through the plastic to tell it what all they are, but there was other ones too. But you are a star, man. That is awesome. Thank you very much. All right. Yeah, they're mini horror, like they're custom made like horror Legos. So they're not like Lego brand. They're because I don't think Lego does that. They're called WM blocks. Yeah, it'll definitely be when we do a live. It's gonna for sure be me and Leslie. We even got little lapel mics, so that you'll be able to hear us both. So that way we don't have to be trying to hold a mic. You know, you can kind of hear us both doing what we do. All right, so let's start this movie. Let me know if you can see and hear it okay. And hopefully this stream won't be interrupted by YouTube pulling their funny thing. This is supposed to be a public domain movie. And it's a really fun movie. I really like this movie. And it's one of the few really good Lugosi movies that's public domain. That's not like one of his, you know, like it's not Dracula. All right, good. So you guys can see and hear it okay? Perfect. Man, our modern day attention spans, like I see credits in the beginning of the movie and I keep wanting to switch and grab my phone or do something else. Like immediately, like I'm like, I'm not gonna watch credits. You can't hear me very well over the credit. Okay. I just moved the mic closer to me. Is that better? The music won't stay this loud either. Like it's just the intro music. But let me know if you can hear me. Like, if can you guys still hear me? Okay. Okay, good. It's better. Cool. Yeah, sometimes it is like seeing that. I'm not great with the older actors of recognizing a lot of them. I enjoy doing that in more of the like in the 60s and 70s, James. That's when I, am able to start recognizing younger actors that ended up being like bigger, like a big deal in the 80s and 90s and stuff. No, okay, you're quoting a dialogue from the movie Ed Wood. I get it. I just like this because he's like this mad scientist kind of thing in this one. And it's unique for him because he's like in a lot of the, he's always kind of just versions of Dracula, like in a lot of his movies. This is one of the few where he kind of plays like a different role. Like, what's the name? There's the other one where he's with, I can't remember. There's another one where he plays a really unique character too that I'm spaced on the name of. But I love the old, classic science of, looking shit that's like Frankenstein-esque, I love that look. Look at this big ass fucking bat. He's just looking at it all pissed off. What's wrong with you, bat? Yeah, all normal people keep big ass bats. I don't think a bat would be a very good pet. It's funny. You can still tell this isn't that far past the silent era. You know what I mean? Where like things are very slow. Like there's no need for this scene to last as long as it does of this the same exact thing. And no dialogue, just mannerisms. Like it's very much still making films in the silent era way of thinking. But I mean, it's like what 20 years past silent era. I think. I don't even know if it was 20 years at this point. Yeah, about 20 years after. Or no, like 15 years. It was 1940. So yeah, like 20 years. 20, 30 years. So yeah. Film was still in its infancy. Yeah. Edison electrocuted the elephant. I know, it's so fucked up. The elephant killed a person because they were treating it horribly, and it fought back and killed the person. And so then what do they do? They electrocute the poor elephant.
Henry Maud and I are having a little get-together at my home tonight. We want you to come.
Why, that's nice of you, and I appreciate it. But I'm very busy working on a formula for a new shaving lotion.
Oh, but Doc, this is my daughter's idea. She's going to be awfully disappointed if you don't show up.
Don't take no for an answer. Make him come.
Yeah, you see, it's a sort of a special
lotion.
occasion.
I bet Mary is going to announce her engagement to that young rascal Don Moore. Tell her I'll be there. Goodbye.
Well, it's all arranged. He's coming.
He's going to be surprised when he finds the special occasion that's to present him with this bonus check.
Is it ever Exposure Year 10 ever not be evil? Yeah, I could use some some nice shaving lotion too. I'm curious if he's making the shaving lotion out of the bat. Poor bat.
You have not forgotten. You hate this strange oriental fragrance, even while you sleep. Just as you did before I made you big and strong. Now, if you detect the fragrance in the night, then you're fully awake.
If we were having a movie night this week. I know Cannon is headed to Florida soon. Glad to be here. Yeah, that's why, you know, I wanted to make sure and get one in because I don't know for sure if we're going to be able to have one next week with everything that'll be going on in Florida. Like, probably not a movie night. I mean, we're definitely going to still do some streams.
Been called out on a case,
but not like a movie night. So I wanted to make sure we had one, at least one before Halloween. And I thought this was
remember, Roy,
a fun Halloween type of filming
anything
movie.
about this mortgage for the doc until after your father has presented it.
Have you warned those two lovebirds over there?
Perhaps I'd better. I want to caution both of you.
Enough to say a word about the check.
Poor animals back in the day.
Bring it on.
Your father will make the presentation, Manning.
Just for people's
Like
amusement.
a statue. Then we can
Like,
all be in on it.
You know, I think
If
it'd
you
be a
ever
better idea to
hear
put it in a
of
bottle
the
and launch him
Edison
with it.
You must have gotten
experiments,
that
like,
idea out of a bottle.
dude, they were just killing
Well,
so many
the doc isn't
animals
coming.
Oh, what a
just for
shame.
people's amusement
he
to
just
show
got busy
them,
with his new formula and forgot
like,
all about it.
because he was trying to
Formula,
show
if
that
he knew about that
Tesla's
$5,000
power
check.
Why don't we
what-
all go up there and
more
give it to him?
dangerous or whatever.
No, I
and so
wouldn't
they
do that.
were
He doesn't like visitors when he's
showing.
experimenting.
Well,
I
Roy,
forget
you can
exactly how
take
it
up
went,
to
but they
him.
were basically
Sure, I'll
testing
take it.
on just
Shall
any
I make the
random
darkest
stray
speech when
dog,
I get to
cat,
him?
you name
You
it.
won't have to, Roy. The check speaks for itself.
Yeah, and says a mouthful. Son, tell the doc we're awfully sorry he can't be with us, but of course we understand how busy he is.
All right.
Yeah, there's not any bad things happen in this movie. They don't do anything bad to the animals.
Just a minute, Roy, and I'll be
Other
with
than
you.
you see the bat every now and then, a close up of the bat just sitting there.
That's it, all right.
But they don't hurt any
Now,
real
what can I do
animals
for
in
you?
this.
We
Or
were all sorry you couldn't be there tonight. Yes, but you see, I'm busy.
but I'm just talking about
Very important.
for
Yes, of
science. It
course.
wasn't
Mr. Morton and
in the
Dad
movie
planned a
so
little
much
surprise
that
for you.
animals were abused, but
Surprise?
for science, like just
In
in the
here.
name of science and
Well,
entertainment,
let's
like
see what it is.
it's ridiculous.
$5,000. What's this for? Just a little token of the firm's appreciation.
That would have been a lot of money back then.
Oh, I see. A bonus.
How much would that be
Well,
in today's money?
It's awfully nice of you, Father, Mr. Morton. I will thank them personally tomorrow.
I'll tell them, Doctor.
Well, aren't you curious about my new formula?
Yes, of course, only I didn't want to be inquisitive. What is it?
A new shaving lotion.
Smell it. Pretty strong, isn't it?
No. The scent evaporates a short time after you've used it. Try a few drops. Now rub it on the tender part of your neck.
See, now, why is he saying it's shaving lotion? Because isn't that just like
Soothing, isn't it?
aftershave?
Yes. When will it be ready for the market?
Oh, it's still in the experimental stage. I want to try it out on several
Damn,
people
so
first and see if it works.
$5,000 back
Well, if you'd
then
like to send
is
me a
equivalent
bottle,
to
I'd be glad to try it for you. Thanks.
$105,000
Good
now.
night, Doctor.
So like they just basically gave him a check for
Goodbye,
$100
Roy.
grand. And it's just a little token. Like, damn.
Lovely check, isn't it, Doctor? They are wealthy because of you. You made them rich, Doctor. It was your formula. Tonight they gave you $5,000 and wanted you to come down to their house and thank them for it. That was your money they gave you, like a bone tossed to a faithful dog.
So I'll show them.
You should be very
Connected New York,
grateful,
which is
doctor.
the land of Edison.
Very grateful.
Yeah,
They are rich and happy.
there
thanks
did some
to
fucked
you.
up stuff back
And
then,
what
man.
makes
Edison
you
was
that,
not a good dude.
doctor?
Yeah, it's odd. Like, it didn't look like lotion. It definitely looked like just some kind of like.
Tonight you have work
But
to do.
did they have like the foamy shaving lotion back then,
It's time
or did
you
they
were on
just
your
use
way.
like shaving like oil kind of stuff? Oh, I didn't even think about that. Where can you watch all the Roseanne Halloween episodes at? I've been watching the Simpsons Halloween episodes, the Treehouse of Horror. I'm working my way through. I think I'm like halfway through right now because there's like 30-something seasons of Simpsons Treehouse of Horror now.
But Mary, tonight's a good time while our families are here to
He's
announce
gonna
our
become
engagement.
Batman.
Look, Don, I've loved you a long time, ever since we were kids.
Yeah, I remember
Now I'm afraid it's
Roseanne
been more like a
episodes were
sister.
awesome. I
Well, I
haven't seen those in a long
had
time.
no idea you felt
I
that
know
way.
that I used to look for the Tool Man or Home Improvement had some fun Halloween episodes too. Yeah, it was the same foamy soap stuff though. It was like it's just we have it in a can now, but it was still the same thing. I'm talking about
I better call Dr. Carruthers.
back in the 40s. Were they even using foamy soap like that, or was it just a
There's nothing I can do.
oil?
You
Is
mean
that
he's dead?
Yes, I better call the coroner.
You think it's murder?
I don't know. I never saw anything like it before. The jugular vein is severed.
Yeah, the movie's only about 15 minutes in. Kyle, you haven't missed that much. Basically, Bela Lugosi is this mad scientist guy who created this giant killer bat.
Send Johnny Layton in here.
And he makes this shaving lotion stuff
Well, what have I done now? Who wants me
as
fired
his
this
like
time?
day job.
Nobody
They
yet.
think he
But it's
does,
still
but
early.
he really
Came
is
in
like
from
a mad
Heathville. It's a
scientist.
mystery killing. Old Martin Heath's son.
Who's Martin Heath?
Who's Martin
I
Heath?
beat a little bit.
Say, have you ever had a date with a girl?
A girl? Oh, yes, a girl. I believe I did take a girl out once.
Well, did she smell sweet?
Of course she smells sweet. Most girls do.
Well, that's because of Martin Heath Cosmetics Limited. They make all that goo that the women put on their faces so they won't have to wash them with soap and water.
I get
That's
it.
what
Big
would
fan.
happen when you
Yes,
wore
and a
too
big
much after
advertising
shaving.
account.
Attract
Grab yourself a
bats.
photographer and get along over there to Heathville.
Get one,
The
Randy.
coroner's holding an inquest. Find out who really killed old man Heath's son.
Okay, McGetty, I'm on my way.
Yeah, it would have been. Yeah, but you would still shave at home though with a straight razor. They didn't
You
always go
Wilkins?
to the barber.
Yeah. I'm Johnny Layton of the Chicago Register.
Glad to see you.
And this is my cameraman, One Shot McGuire.
But
Chief.
I think
Say,
it
we're down here
is
to
just
cover that Heath murder,
aftershave. They
but
just
we,
call it
didn't
shaving
get much
lotion.
information at the coroner's inquest.
But I'm curious what they would have
I,
called
thought
the
maybe you
shaving
might be able to
cream.
help us.
Or maybe
Well,
it was.
I'm always
Yeah, I
glad
guess
to
so.
cooperate with
Shaving
the
cream,
newspapers.
and then
Providing
aftershave, they just call
cooperate
shaving
with me.
lotion.
That's the
maybe.
policy of our paper.
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't got very far with this thing myself. Oh, here's something that might interest you. It's a picture of the victim's wounds.
Mm-hmm.
You'll be able to see it better with this glass.
Are these scratches
I had
on
like
the
an
neck and shoulders?
old
Yes.
razor
but,
for a
we
while,
can't determine the
like
source.
where you replace the blades, but it
There
still
could be
had
for
a con-
fingernails.
it didn't really have a guard on
shallows
it,
have
but
been
it
made by
wasn't the
knife.
straight razor either.
More like claws.
They say you get better shave with it. I'm like, it was like
Crothers'
I
theory
don't
of
know,
the
it was a
inquest
gift, like
of a wild animal.
expensive and like
Have there been
it
any
was, like,
circuses around
not
here lately?
anywhere near as good of a
Nope.
shave as like a
Heard
Mach
of any
5.
animal escaping from a zoo?
No.
Couldn't have been
So
one of those
that's what I
African leopard
use,
men.
is Gillette
They
Mach
use
5,
steel
but also
claws.
shave my whole
This
entire
isn't
head.
Africa.
Okay, Chief, I was just trying to help.
Chief, are you sure there's no clue you're holding back while investigating?
So. Attracted
Well,
old bats.
Since you're going to work with me on this case, there is a clue. And a very weird one. The autopsy surgeon says that such wounds could have been made by the beak and talons of a bird.
A bird? Why, there aren't any birds around here big enough to attack a man.
How about
And there's
an eagle?
bats.
We know it wasn't a bird
How do you know that?
because we found several hairs on the shoulder of Heath's coat.
That's what's so funny.
Ah.
It's like
Sure, Shayla Femme.
there's no birds that
They're
big,
not
but
human
there sure
hairs.
is a bat
What kind
that
of?
big.
Well, it may sound silly, but the laboratory test shows that they were from a mouse.
Well, who ever heard of a mouse big enough to kill a man?
Say, a bat has hair like a mouse.
Well, the only bats around here are no bigger
We're
than
not in the
sparrows.
same family. Although I
There
guess
was a
they wouldn't have been
peculiar
going by
odor about the
DNA. They
bones,
would just been going
But
by
they
the
were
look.
so faint and elusive that the police chemists have been unable to identify it.
Then it does give us something to work on.
Well, if the scent was a clue, it's been destroyed by evaporation.
Well, I can't very well wax my entire head, Leslie.
Say, Chief, do you mind if I do a little sleuthing around on my own account?
Certainly not. Go
I
ahead.
mean, I could,
Help
but that
you
would be
anyway.
super
You can.
painful.
Miss Heath seems to be the nearest to an eyewitness of the crime. I'd like to have a talk with her. Can you arrange?
Plus,
I
I always
think
have
I
to
can.
grow it out
Well, Dr. Crothers
to
refused
like,
to let her speak to us.
yeah,
We
no
tried that
thanks.
this morning at the inquest.
Like
Don't
I
you
like to
worry
shave
about
my head
Dr.
every couple
Crothers.
days.
He's one of the finest men in Heathville. He just thought you'd add to Mary's grief
Yeah,
so you
but
could get sensational newspaper
I don't know if
stories.
bats are actually in the
I'll
same
arrange an interview.
Thanks, Chief.
rodent
I'll keep in
family. I
touch
don't
with
think.
Right. 4-8.
But like I said, they didn't have DNA, so it would have just been based on the way the hairs look.
Miss Heath, did your brother
Like
have
under a
any enemies that you
microscope.
know of?
I know. Everybody in the village liked Roy.
Mm-hmm. Well, what did he do at the factory?
He had charge of the experimental
No
department
squirrel
when new
horror
products were
films.
developed.
I think there is actually a horror movie about giant
Hello,
squirrels.
Hello,
I'm
Mary.
turning the
I
name
took a
of it.
shortcut from my laboratory through a garden hedge.
You met Dr. Crothers at the inquest this morning.
Yes.
Mr. Layton, I hope you'll forgive me if I seemed a little abrupt. But I'm
Man.
fond of Mary. And
I could use
considering the
some
ordeal
apple
she already
pies
went
and
through,
flapjacks right
I
about
wanted
now.
to
That
protect
sounds
her.
good.
from dwelling too much on a tragedy.
Of course. You were quite right.
We're working on the case for the police now.
Yes, I understand. Chief Wilkins phoned me. And if I can be of any assistance, just call on me.
Thanks.
Won't you sit down?
How? I wonder how much, like, long before
Shall I serve, mademoiselle?
No,
this would have
merci, I'll do
been
it.
like probably 20
Oui,
years
mademoiselle.
before
Mademoiselle.
Plan 9 came out, right?
You take sugar, Mr. McGuire.
Huh? Oh, no, ma'am, never. In fact, I don't even take tea.
Yeah,
If you'll just
19
steam me
years.
out, I'll take a look around.
Because he looks like
I may
almost
dig
the
up a
same
clue.
age. Like he doesn't look that much younger here than he did in Plan 9. So that's what makes
What
me
do you think
wonder
of Dr.
when that
Crothers'
footage
theory
was
about a
shot.
wild animal, Mr. Layton?
That was used
Frankly,
in Plan
I
9.
don't think much of it.
I can't say that I blame you. But I, as a scientist, take
Because it
many
definitely
things into
wasn't shot
consideration
for.
a layman might overlook.
For instance?
The jagged nature of the wound.
No, Killer
The
Shrews is
rapidity
different.
with
No,
which
I'm
the
talking. There's like
murderer
a like a
Scratches.
cheesy.
From talent.
I want to
But when an
say
animal attacks a human, there's bound to
2000s
be a lot of
movie, I
noise.
believe, that
You
has
heard
like
Miss Heath
giant
testify
squirrels.
There was no sound of a struggle.
No.
Killer Shrews
Only
is a
those
fun
awful
movie though.
Screams.
It's
They're
very
more
puzzling,
like I don't even
very
like
mystifying.
a shrew is a real
when
animal,
you last
right?
saw Roy, did he seem worried or nervous or moody?
No, not at all. On the contrary, he was in the best of spirits.
Well,
I
I've
don't
got to
know
get
if
back
he
to
had
the
a.
village
I
now
don't
and
think he
follow
really
my
had a
story.
heroin
excuse
problem
me?
yet
If you
here.
find it necessary for us to talk again, you may come back at any
I
time.
think
This
he
evening, if
developed
it's all
it
right
over
with
the
you,
next
I'd like to spend
It
some
was
time
when
here.
Well,
he
yes, that'll be quite all
had
right.
kind of
Thank
stopped
you.
getting
Goodbye,
roles in
Miss Heath.
Hollywood,
Goodbye, Doctor.
and he still had a little while after this.
A little more
Like I want to
chiffon,
say
baby.
he still had
Wait a minute,
about
I
10
don't
years
understand.
Oh, you know what I mean. A little more of your stocking.
after this before he like
Like
all the
these?
roles kind of dried up.
Sure, I like 'em. Who wouldn't? Now hold nice and still, because this is going to take a little time.
Well, if you're going to shoot, shoot.
Right away, Johnny. I was just trying to get the focus.
And I was gonna say, I was like, the cameras didn't take that long to
got
take
it.
pictures then.
Not bad either. I'll be back in a minute, Frenchie. And don't worry none about those werewolves, because nothing's going to harm you while I'm around here.
You make Maxine feel so calm.
Yeah, but this bat is much bigger
Journalist.
than the giant golden crowned flying fox. That is a huge bat, though. But like the
This
bat
is
in
my
this is
idea
like
of nothing at all. Sitting here
like-
waiting for an animal to give us an argument.
a big ass condor
Look at that
sized
moon.
bat.
And I had a date with Frenchie.
Oh, stop crabbing. We're supposed to solve a murder. You,
journalist.
Goat wasp
This is the
movie?
first time I've ever been invited anywhere and asked not to shave until
I
after
remember
I
that
get
name
there.
sounds familiar.
I
Stung.
wanted to
I don't think I've
observe
ever
your
seen that
exact
though.
reaction when you try the lotion.
Oh, now I understand.
I want this lotion to be perfect before turning it over to you to be marketed. Here.
It's a little strong. That'll make the customers think they're getting their money's worth. Oh, that feels great. Very soothing.
I don't think you ever use anything else.
Well, we wouldn't want to market anything we wouldn't use ourselves. That almost smells good enough to be used as a cologne. Oh, what's the matter, Doc? Can't you stand your own lotion?
I have a violent dislike for perfumes.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I wonder what it would smell like, because it would have to be
Good night,
like
Doc.
pheromones in order to get like a
Goodbye,
bat
Sam.
to be attracted to it. Doug, what are you? I finally got to watch Cemetery Man. Oh, I love that movie. Yeah, it's so fucking good. Like someday, hopefully it'll get like on a streaming service so more people can see it, because it like really deserves more attention. Like it really needs a 4K version like made. Like I'm really curious. No one's done it yet.
What's that?
Where?
Over there, something's moving.
Yeah, after watching him apply it,
Come on
then
out of
it's
that,
definitely
whoever you are.
aftershave. So I wonder if like that was like
What
when
are you doing out here,
aftershave
Miss Heath?
I
became
thought you might want some company.
the
Shall
term,
we
you
sit
know.
down?
You know, you shouldn't be wandering around the garden at night after what's happened.
Neither should you.
Well, but it's part of my job.
Mine, too. Roy was my brother. Be careful. I think it's Tommy.
Yeah, they were taking pictures on the silver
Oh,
plates
Tommy.
like at the turn of the
everybody.
century,
Hello, Tommy.
Darling.
What's
like
up, sis?
late
Mr. Layton wanted to
1800s.
stay in the garden for a while, so I joined him.
Don't tell me you're waiting for that animal.
Man, that
for
would have been
others, but
cool to see it
So
at
you
the
don't believe it?
drive-ins.
I certainly do not. It's ridiculous.
I'd love to see it in a theater.
Somebody or something killed your brother.
And I suppose you're working on the theory that the murderer always returns to the scene of the crime.
Perhaps I am.
Not for me. If you'll take my advice, Mary, you'll leave these gentlemen to their vigil and go to bed. I'm
Pheromones
gonna
don't
do.
have a smell.
Night.
It's an
night, Tommy.
anomaly. Okay, well then
I don't think
I don't
your
know,
brother
man,
likes
because
my
like
being here.
Oh, you
when you
mustn't
use
mind
like
Tommy.
deer
We're all terribly upset.
urine and things like that,
know.
it's the smell that attracts animals. Like I know it's the pheromones in there, but so I guess it's just the pheromones in it. But like, why can't you just use the pheromones then without the smell? See, that's huge. Actually, I guess that isn't that much bigger than like one of the flying foxes. I haven't seen My Best Friend's Exorcism. It came out like last Halloween. I meant to watch it and I never did though because I heard it wasn't
What
that
I'm telling
great.
you, Mugetti, it wasn't.
But I really
I saw
enjoyed
it kill
Totally
Tommy
Killer.
Lee.
It's super fun, especially if
Listen,
you're a
Johnny,
fan
I
of
want you and
80s
One Shot
horror.
to come on home or I'll fire both of you. I'm not coming home and neither is One Shot. I'm keeping him here to get a picture of the Devil Bat. Say, that'll look great in the headlines. Devil Bat strikes again.
Listen, don't tell me
They have a
it's that
smell.
horn.
We just can't smell
Maybe
it.
I better
Okay.
send a wagon with the steel bars and the strong boys with the straitjackets.
Look, Joe, have I ever lied to you?
Man, that's sick.
Plenty of times.
Well, I'm not lying.
We
this time. If it
have
ever got out that I
classics
cooked up a
here
fake story about a devil
sometimes
bat,
too,
they
but
wouldn't be
it's
able to
like
get a job
literally
in the
they
country
play a
legally.
Blu-ray at the
Quit
drive-in.
the story, Joe.
Like
So
it's
help
literally
me,
on
it's the
DVD
level.
or Blu-ray.
All right, I'll print it. But I won't believe it. Not till One Shot gets me a picture of that Devil
It
Bat in
doesn't
action.
attract you.
Don't worry, he'll get it. Goodbye. You, my friend, are going to get a shot of the Devil Bat in action.
Who, me? How?
Have you noticed there's a taxidermist shop in the village?
Well, you wouldn't suggest that I go
It's
out and
that
stuff
damn
a
bat
bird, would you?
again.
One Shot. To think that you'd even hint that I would suggest you have the village taxidermist build you a nice big bat for pictorial purposes. Besides, a bat isn't a bird, it's a mammal.
Well, why didn't you say so in the first place? Where is this bird stuffing emporium?
I know, like why not?
Oh,
Why not
down
just
on
take a
Cottage Grove
picture of a
Avenue.
fake one? Like why you don't need to hunt down a real thing. I love the shadow of the bat. It's like just literally like a piece of paper. Yeah, but ball sweat also stinks. Sweaty balls that are attractive. Are you sure, James?
Now, here's the idea, Frenchie. You hang on to the bat till I get my camera set up. And when I raise my
To the
hand,
window.
you give the bat a good
To
shove,
the
and
wall.
it'll swing out just like it's flying. Then I can get a swell picture from my boss. Get it?
Oui.
It's like you're talking
I am
about
wise, no?
hunting drive-ins.
But hang on to the bat until I raise my
I'm
hand.
sure
huh?
it's streaming somewhere. It's a pretty special place. That's awesome. I hate that there's like more and more drive-ins closing down. It's like there's just fewer and fewer and fewer. And the ones that exist, like they never get updated. They never fix them. Like the one by me, it still exists, but they don't ever update it. It actually had a really bad fire and burned almost down completely to the ground. And luckily, a whole bunch of people raised money
Sherry, are you
to
hurt?
reopen it.
Say, what's the
And that's the
idea of
only
breaking up
reason
my
like
devil bat?
it's
I'm gonna make you
decent
pay
now.
for that.
And I'm going to take you
'Cause-
to jail until you explain this. Come on.
You can't do this to me.
I'm doing it.
Because it was like
Just
literally
conducting
just
a little
falling
experiment,
apart.
trying to find out how the devil bat does his killing.
I'm sure McGuire didn't intend doing anything wrong. He's just a little overzealous about his work.
Yeah, with the town
Dude,
enough
why don't
for
you
it.
tell him, hey, it was my
Everybody
idea?
terror-stricken, wondering
Thank
whether
you,
he's going to be the
Cedar.
next victim.
Thank you very much.
I don't want any more trouble stirred up.
Should tell him
Even with an
it
artificial
was your
bat.
idea for him to
You'd
get the
better
fake
get back
bat
to the
made.
hotel. I want to talk to the chief alone.
Is it all right, Chief?
Yeah, but be careful in the future.
Ever smelled anything like this before?
Well, yes. That's the same stuff that's been on every one of the devil bat's victims. Where'd you get it?
Found it in Don
Yeah,
Martin's
it's not much
bathroom.
different than that here, James. Like in the
Find out
summer,
where
the
Morton got it?
drive-ins don't start till about
No, I
9:30,
didn't want
10
to arouse
o'clock.
suspicion by asking questions till after it's been analyzed.
You think it has
Because
any
it
connection
doesn't-
with the murders?
Sun doesn't
That's
go
the way it
down.
strikes
I
me,
mean,
but
at
I can't figure out how.
least it's not like
get the
Alaska,
police cams
where
started right
pretty
away.
much the sun doesn't go down.
I'll snoop around and see if I can find out where Morton
My
got it.
sister lives up there, and it
Well,
was
probably
wild
came from
going
down at
there,
the
and it was
cosmetic
like
plant.
it never really
I've men
fully
working
gets
on a
dark.
theory of a disgruntled
It's the
factory
weirdest
employee
feeling.
committing the crimes.
Like it
It's
would be
certainly
like
more than
11
coincidental that
o'clock,
all the victims have been members of the
12
Heath and Morton
o'clock,
family.
and it still looked like dusk out.
Looks
It was
like a
weird.
plot to wipe them all out.
I wish the rest of them would leave town until this crime is solved.
You're worried about Mary, aren't you?
Well, yes. I've been urging her to leave, but she won't go without her father. And he insists on remaining here to help clear up the crime.
And worse than that, neither Heath nor Morton will let me give them a bodyguard.
Thank you, Leslie.
I guess we'll just have to wait for something to break. Good night, Chief.
Good night, Johnny.
Thank you for gifting memberships. That's awesome.
Boy, if I got a picture, it'll knock McGinty dead. Meet the devil
Looking at the
bat.
drive-ins. Saskatchewan, Maine.
How about that wire?
Was the best
Looks as
job
if the
ever.
bat's on a flying trapeze.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
friends
but I'm
with
not through
all of
working
the
on it
people
yet.
at the
See, I
drive-ins
can touch
near
his
me
picture
because
up
I go
so the
there
bat
like
will
at
look like
least
he's
twice
got
a
nothing
week.
around him but nothing.
They're
Okay,
all
Rembrandt,
really nice
you win.
people there.
This is your news commentator, Walter King. Tonight we're broadcasting from the little village of Heathville, where an alleged devil bat has claimed 3 victims during the past 6 weeks. You will note that I say alleged devil bat.
Is
That,
the last
ladies and gentlemen, is because
the
your
last
correspondent has been very
blockbuster? I don't
skeptical
think it's
from
in
the start
Alaska. I
as to
thought
the
that was in
existence
like
of this horrendous creature. I have as my
Oregon,
guest in the studio
Portland.
tonight Professor
Not
Percival
Alaska.
Garland Rains,
The one in
perhaps
Alaska
the world's
closed.
greatest authority on animal life. I'm going to
There's a
interview
whole
Professor
documentary
Rains on the subject
about
of
it.
the devil bat. Our radio audience may draw its own conclusions. Professor Rains, first let me ask you, point blank, do you believe that any such creature as the devil bat exists?
I do not.
He's got a nerve.
Quiet.
In the dark
Yeah, it's
ages,
called The
when
Last
men and women lived in
Blockbuster.
caves, there may have existed a bat of this size. But not in this day and
And
age.
it's in Bend, Oregon.
How do you account for the fact that Mary Heath, whose 2 brothers were victims of the devil bat, and a newspaper reporter, John
It became
Layton,
the
claim to
last
have
one in
seen this
2020.
amazing creature?
When the last remaining, or in the other remaining one in Alaska closed down.
He's insinuating you saw the little bat that wasn't there.
Pipe down. But how about the picture of the devil bat published by Mr. Layton's
Like they sell
paper?
shirts and all
I
kinds of
examined
stuff.
that
I
picture
know
under a
some
powerful
people that have been
magnifying
there.
glass.
I've never been
I
there.
denounce it as a fraud. Whoever constructed the strange-looking monster forgot to remove a label from the silk. From the silk used on its left wing. That label reads, "Made in Japan."
Put through a hurry called
That would be a
Heathville.
cool
I wanna talk to Johnny
documentary to
Layton.
make.
At
Like
the Heathville Hotel.
go to all the drive-ins,
One guess. who
like
that
in the
is.
United
Yeah,
States or
I get
whatever. Travel to all the like the original, like the old ones, not like any newer ones, but like any of the older
Go
ones
ahead,
that are
pour
left.
it on.
So you slipped over a fake picture on me, huh? Well, you're fired, both of you.
Yeah, the
And I'll
ones
see
here
to it
we
that you
used to
never work on
have
another
when I was
newspaper
growing
as
up.
long
We
as I
had
live.
3 of them.
Made in Japan.
Yeah, 3
You
of
tell
them,
One-Shot
and
McGuire
now we
he
just
ought
have
to
the
be
one.
snapping
And it,
photos in
like
the
I said,
movie
it
match.
almost went out of
Both
business
of you,
too.
come on in and get your final
Numerous
checks.
times, but the city,
Oh, no, we're
the
not coming
people,
in to
not
get
the
anything.
city itself, but the people
All right,
have
so
fought
we're
for it
fired, but we're
numerous
staying here
times.
just the same. I saw that bat.
Because they tried
We're
to
gonna
sell
stay
it
here till
for
we catch that
parking
bat, and when
for
we
the
do, I'm gonna bring it in and stuff it
franchise
down your
tax
throat.
board,
Goodbye.
and like people voted and freaked out, and
Well, we're
luckily
fired.
it didn't get through. So
Again.
that's part of why I go there so often too, because I know it's not going to be
That's him
that many
calling back
more
to
years before
apologize. Now,
eventually
you
it
give him a
does
good
go
scare.
away.
No use begging us to go to work for you again, McGetty. You fired us and we're staying fired. Oh, Mary, I thought it was somebody else.
Johnny, why did you make a joke of a tragic thing like this?
But it wasn't intended as a joke, Mary. I was only trying to get the news.
I suppose you call it getting the news when you arrange to print a picture
Yeah,
That's a
she's
deliberate
definitely a
hoax.
sweetheart,
that has the entire country laughing.
and I
A
appreciate
grand joke, Johnny.
that too. I
Somehow
love
I
seeing
can't
everybody with
appreciate
their
But I can
eyeballs.
explain that picture.
Don't try, Johnny.
Wah wah wah.
Made in Japan.
How are you
I
gonna
will
get him
skin
out
you
of
alive
him?
and nail your hide to a barn door.
Dude, you're the one that told him. You're the one that told him to go and do the fake bat thing.
Here's the chemist report on that shaving lotion.
I see he couldn't break down one of the ingredients.
Yes, he said it must be some element with which he's not familiar.
We won't get anywhere until we identify it.
Are you talking about, Leslie, are you
There's
talking
just
about
one
the
other
shopping
man
center
in
that
this
was in the
town that
movie
might be able
Edward
to help us.
Scissorhands?
Dr. Carruthers.
Yeah, Carruthers could
That's
help us.
cool. I didn't know that.
I found out he compounded that lotion.
Well, if you suspect Carruthers, you're barking up the wrong tree, Johnny. He's the last man in this town that would harm anyone. Why, everybody loves him.
Maybe so. But here's something else I dug up. The Heath and Morton fortunes are based on a greaseless cold cream formula.
Yeah, the one that was near where I grew up closed
what?
down in like the
All the doctor got out of
late
it was
'90s.
$10,000, and the others made a fortune.
Well, it's
But,
common knowledge.
you know,
that
luckily
he sold
there's
out for
one
cash
left,
when he could have
but-
had an interest in the firm.
Just the same, every victim had this stuff from his laboratory.
Yeah,
on
I
it.
haven't seen the thing at the drive-ins. I've seen a thing in
Maybe
theaters
you've been working too hard on this case, Johnny.
on a re-release,
get
but
his
not at the
reaction on the
drive-ins.
stuff.
I've seen a lot of
Denies knowing anything about it.
a lot of the classics at the drive-ins, but they don't play
think
them
you're
as
fine.
much as they used to.
But
They
just
used
to
to
show you that
play
I'm following up
classics a
every
lot,
clue,
especially this
we'll
time of
talk
year at the drive-ins, but they don't
We'll,
really anymore.
Put this in another
But
bottle,
luckily,
and
the
without telling
theaters
you, we know
are
we can
the
pound it.
theaters are doing
Ask
a
him
lot
to
of
analyze
these
it.
Doc,
classic
I hope we're
showings,
not
which is
upsetting
really
your
cool.
work
And like, there's
barging
this
in on
whole
you
theater
this way.
downtown
not at all.
here that
I'm
has
anxious to help solve
they're
this
playing
crime.
Alfred Hitchcock
All the victims
every
were
week
very
this
dear
month
friends of mine.
or the last 2
Here's
months.
a sample of the stuff young Morton and the
been
two
really
Heath boys
cool.
had on them when they were attacked by the devil bat.
Of course, it doesn't make sense to me.
I wanted to
that a
go
bird would
tomorrow
choose only
and,
people
and see
using
one
that
more
particular
at the,
stuff.
but I don't know. If, I don't think I'll have time because I got a lot of stuff I got to get done tomorrow.
Well,
Packing
anyway,
wise.
our police chemist couldn't break down one of the ingredients. We thought perhaps you could.
Why?
Yep, I'm right
I
there,
confounded this
Cesarus. I
myself.
grew up, sleeping
new
in the
shaving
back
lotion.
of the
I'm experimenting.
station
But
wagon.
the
We got to
chemist
watch
couldn't
the
break
first
down.
movie, and
I
then you'd have to
discovered
go to
years
sleep
ago
so
in
the parents
Quebec.
could watch the R-rated adult
How did you
movie
happen to
next.
put it in a shaving lotion?
Oh, the llamas use it in some of their religious rites as a perfume. The scent is very
Probably
pleasant.
not.
You can't
I think that
imitate it
would
by
freak them out.
competitors.
But what were Don Morton and the two Heath boys doing with the stuff?
Oh, it is the policy of our firm to try out any new product before marketing it.
Well, that knocks our theory into a cocked hat.
Yeah. We were hoping the
I
unknown
could see
ingredient
the
might turn out to
drive-ins
be
making
some
a
sort of a
comeback,
clue.
but only if they started
This isn't
making
the
some
kind of
nice
bottle I dig
state-of-the-art
about in.
ones, and that's the thing I
But
don't
presume your
understand.
chemist changed it when making the
It's like if
analysis.
someone put legit money into them, like especially with 2020, like
Is there anything else I can
drive-ins
do
were
to
so
help?
busy here because it's the only thing
Tell
you
me,
could
did
go
you hear
and
Professor
do.
Raines on the radio last night?
Yes.
And like in LA, they
It was very
made a bunch of
interesting and
portable
very
drive-ins and stuff, but
You mean you believe there is a devil bat?
Why not? You saw it, didn't you?
Well,
I
sure
don't know
I
why.
did.
It doesn't
So
seem
did
like it
Mary.
would be that
Why
crazy
worry about
expensive
what
to
one
build
scientist
new
said?
ones, but
That one scientist got me fired.
Oh, you mean your newspaper discharged you?
That's right.
Oh, that's too bad. Then you were believing Heathville before the mystery is solved.
my best memories of
afraid
being a
not.
kid at the drive-ins
I'm going to
were
stay
all the
here and
Karate
work
Kid
with the chief.
movies and the Rockies, like Rocky 3
Since you were going
and
to stay
Rocky
here for a while,
4, I think.
I would like
I
you
saw
to
at the
try
drive-ins. I
out
know Rocky
a
3
bottle
for
of
sure
the
at
new
the
lotion
drive-ins.
and tell me how you like it. And you too, Chief.
No, not me, Doc. If my wife ever smelled perfume on me, she'd
That's
suspect
cool.
me
I
sure.
keep bugging the one
Well,
near
Mr.
me,
Layton,
but
I
it's
understand
owned
you are
by
not married.
Westwind.
All right, I'll try it in the morning when I
Westwind.
shave.
So like
I guess we
they're the
better be going,
biggest
Chief.
drive-in
See you later,
company left.
So long, Dr. Crothers.
And
Goodbye.
they don't fix it
Layton.
up really, but they at least does feel. I mean, it has like a website you can buy tickets off of, and like it's somewhat modern. They just don't ever fix the screens.
What's the matter? What's the matter?
Does that smelly shaving lotion put you to sleep?
Well, why'd you tell the doc you're going to use it if you think it's smelly?
Oh, I don't know. I guess I was a little ashamed of ever suspecting the old duck.
Oh,
Well,
that's
I like
cool,
it, and
Leslie.
I'm gonna
Maybe
tell
we'll
them
go when I'm there if we have time. We have a lot of things planned, but
What time?
I'd love to go to the drive-ins. That would be fun.
After midnight.
Midnight?
Would play a double feature of different classic horror movies. It was so fucking cool, man.
You got him. Listen,
was
Johnny.
By
I'm
far
gonna
the
cook
best
that
thing
bird
that
personally
year.
for McGinney.
Thank
And
you,
I'll even stuff it for
CJ.
supper.
Thank you so much. That's a good way to like make everybody not want to be there in Antarctica researching anymore. Be like, fuck this, I'm out. I don't know what that is. Inframan?
I was still skeptical when I came to Heathville
I don't know
today
what
to examine the
Inframan
body
is.
of this so-called devil bat. But after seeing it personally
Huh.
and making exhaustive research, I've arrived at the conclusion that the creature is the lone survivor of a type of giant bat which existed in great numbers during the early part of the Neolithic age.
But where did he get a hold of
Strange
it?
for the
It's not
benefit of
like
some of
a
our
bat
listeners,
lives for
that the Neolithic
thousands of
age
years.
is that period of antiquity commonly called the Stone Age.
Imbecile. Bombastic ignoramus.
Watch this. I got more. More where that came from. Oh, okay. Oh, I think I vaguely know what you're talking about now. It's a cute little bat. It's just fucking chilling. Literally, they just gave it some food and it's just sitting there eating. Yeah, that's what happened to the drive-ins here. It used to be 9, but now it's down to 6.
At your prices. Of course, if there was a raise,
But
of,
it
say,
used to have 9 screens, and then,
$30
like I
plus a
said, the
fat bonus,
IRS bought
we,
a bunch of
might
it for
consider it.
parking.
Hold
But
up,
luckily,
both of you. I refuse to be
the
robbed.
people here
Have
freaked
it your
out,
way,
so they were
Have
only
it
able
your
to
way,
get
but we
well,
have Bats Corpus
one
Delecti
part of it that
and
was like
exclusive pictures.
3 screens.
Of course, I've got an
3 or
eyewitness
4
story
screens. I
that
forget how
2
many they
syndicates
sold
are
off,
bidding
but
for.
And don't forget, you got to pay us for
it's
the
still
time with the
plenty
fire.
big. I mean, 6 screens is still plenty big.
That's better. Now you're talking, boss. Okay, we're working for you again.
But on
Gather
like
up the
Friday
loose
and
ends.
Saturday
See you in a
nights,
couple
the
of days.
drive-ins here
Goodbye.
is still packed, like just completely packed.
Come in.
Hello, Johnny.
Well, Mary.
Johnny, I came to tell you that I'm sorry I said what I did the last time we talked. Do you suppose...
Yeah, the
Well, I don't
bats
know
are
how to
cute.
say
They
it,
remind me of my little rat.
Miss Heath, do you suppose that little French girl would apologize to me
Such
if I
cute
looked
little
her up?
faces.
Positive she would.
It's growing. Battenheimer. Bat. Sharkavus. Dude, they probably already have made that movie. Oh, I didn't even know that was a thing. That's really cool. Because, yeah, the bats will eat all the bugs.
Splendid. You will be even greater than your unfortunate predecessor.
I'd watch it. It's so funny because it's supposed to be this evil bat, and every time they zoom in, I was like, it's such a cute little thing. It's like,
I'm enraged also.
for one, it's not big.
Tonight I shall call on Henry Morton, and you shall strike him down.
Henry, the lotion has turned out to be better than I had hoped. I want you to try it.
Well, just leave it here, Doc, and I'll try it in the morning after shaving.
Smells good, doesn't it?
Yes, but isn't it too strong?
No, no, no. Evaporation quickly tones it down just to the right scent. Rub a few drops on your face.
Man is the real
I'd rather wait
monster.
until after I shave.
I was just talking about that
My
actually
skin will be more
when I was talking
tender
about
and
the angry
receptive to
black
lotion.
girl and her monster.
Well,
and this
just a
one of the videos this week.
The texture of the skin
I was
there.
talking about, oh, man is the
always
real
very
monster.
delicate.
That's what's so good about that movie.
I give you a few drops in your hand.
I know, that's what I'm saying. That's what's so funny about it. It's just this tiny little bat. It's not like they were able to go find like a massive bat somewhere. Like
I
it's
hope you're right
tiny little
about
bat.
that scent evaporating quickly. I smell the high heavens.
Yeah, he uses the bat
Perhaps that will be
because
the
it's
secret
got
of
like
its
pheromones
success.
and shit.
Well, you can
And
never tell what's going to happen in
so
this
he
business.
can release the bat
You
and
can
it'll go
believe
and
me,
kill
Martin.
whoever his target is.
You don't have to worry.
Yes, I can believe that, Doc. All of your
pretty
formulas have
ingenious,
been highly
actually.
successful.
I mean,
I've been going
if
over
you
the
were able to
reports
make a
of the
giant bat, of
company's
course,
annual
and then
earnings.
find pheromones that would make that
Net
happen.
profit of over $1
But
million.
still, it's like, you know, no one could.
Not bad,
How
eh?
could they prove it was you? You know.
When you remember what we built on, a mere $10,000 for your formula. You shouldn't have demanded all cash, Doc.
Yeah, he's using
You
it
should
to
have ridden along
kill
with us,
all
and
the
you'd be rich too.
rich people who took
No,
advantage
but then
of
you've
him,
had a lot
stole
of
his
fun in your
ideas.
laboratory with your experiments, dreaming up something new. You're a dreamer, Doc. Too much money is bad for dreamers.
So you try to pay me in flattery, telling me that I'm a dreamer.
Well, I do dream. Dreams that you could never guess.
Your nerves are frayed, Doc. Now calm down. Get a grip on yourself. You've been working too hard on your formula.
Form. That's but child's play for a great scientist. Your brain is too feeble to conceive what I have accomplished in the realm of science.
Doc,
I wonder.
you've made some great scientific discovery.
I wonder if Bela
What?
Lugosi took this,
And you'll find out, Henry. It'll be
like
too
how
late.
much he felt connected to this role,
Come, Doc. You can't pretend to control a man's destiny.
if he did at all. I don't know, but like
I've already
because
proved it.
already at
3
this
times.
point he had felt slighted and taken advantage of because, you know, Dracula had put Universal on the map in so many ways, you know, as well as
Perhaps
Frankenstein,
you're right,
but
Henry,
still,
about my
and he
work
never
on
felt
farm.
like he was given
I guess
the respect or
better
the
go home
roles or opportunities, you know,
Sure.
that he
A
deserved.
night's sleep will do you good.
And
Good
a
night.
lot
Doc.
of it is probably due to his
Goodbye.
accent and racism,
Henry.
to be honest. But I just wonder
36J.
if he felt that way.
Hello?
Oh, that's you, Martin?
Yes, Henry.
I want you to call Chief of Police
I know
Wilkins to come to your
that's what I
house
mean.
immediately.
Like Bella,
Very
a
important.
lot of his roles, especially the later ones,
Well, don't
they're
let him
that
leave
way.
until I get there.
What on earth's happened?
I think I've got a clue to all those murders. It may peter out, but if half what I suspect is true, it's the most diabolical plot that a madman ever concocted.
Talk about the absent-minded professor. I forgot my hat.
Henry, what is it?
I'll tell you all about it when I get there.
I hope I didn't intrude on a private conversation.
Are you a
that's
bat,
very important.
Jude? You just swooping in? If he kills the cheaters, the formula still belongs to that company. He doesn't get it. He doesn't care about the money. I mean, like the way he acted about that $5,000, like he didn't care. He only cares that he's been taken advantage of. He's not trying to kill them off to get back his rights or any of that. He's just trying to get revenge. Yeah, and that's what I mean. Like, you know, back then, especially, like, if you weren't from America, like, you know, you weren't treated the great. You know, you just weren't, especially in a lot of industries, and like Hollywood is a big part of it. Part of it was the accent. Like, they're like, nobody can understand you. But I'm not saying, you know, like, it just, unfortunately, is how it was. Like, if you weren't, I mean, like, even someone like Stallone, because of his speech impediment, struggled. And like, anytime people are a little different, I mean, look at Jackie Chan, the shit that poor dude had to, like, he was amazing and he did finally become a star. But if it wasn't for his accent, Jackie Chan would have been like the biggest action
I
star
told Henry was right about
in the United
taking
States
clue.
ever, and this isn't even that long
Why
ago.
didn't he explain more about it when he phoned?
When I insisted, he changed his tone as if he'd been interrupted.
Like people are still told to this day. Like if Arnold's another great example. Is like he was told straight up because his accent,
sound?
they wouldn't give him
Oh,
jobs.
just some night noise.
A lot of times you end up having to basically show that, like in one way or another, that audiences will enjoy you. Before anybody goes me an opportunity. And that's what's hard. It's like, well, if I don't get an opportunity, how can I show anybody that people are gonna like what I do? I remember feeling that in music back in the day, and it's you know, it is what it is, but I see all these bands now that do heavy ass shit with record labels everywhere, making money everywhere. Bands like Lamb of God that are heavy as fuck and made hella money and records and everything. And it was like, back when I was trying to do it, everybody was just like, you know, if you could sing melodic, or if you know, can write some poppy sounding things, you know, we'll give you a chance, blah, blah, blah. But you guys are too heavy, especially your vocals, you know, because I was a vocalist.
Reason have you to believe that Mary
You know,
is in
like,
danger?
Only this.
people don't give
I'm
talent
convinced that
the
someone is
opportunity a
using the
lot of
bat to
times.
wipe
It
out the
sucks. It's
entire
like
Heath and Morton families.
just because
The
they are
science, I
small-minded.
assure you, the thought of a human controlling a bat is fantastic.
Just the same, no villager's been killed or even attacked.
You're forgetting, aren't you, that Mr. McGuire was attacked. He's not a member of either family.
Why, I'm practically a member of this family already. I'm going to marry Miss Heath's maid.
Oh, really? Well, boys, I'll have Maxine show you to your rooms.
I must be running along home. It's past my bedtime. Good night.
I don't know what
gentlemen.
Catch
Good night,
22
Master.
is.
Good night, Doctor.
Goodbye, Mary.
Come along.
Yeah, in Hercules, New York, he does. It's so bad. But he was able to learn quick, man.
Maxine?
That's the thing about Arnold. Whenever he put his mind to something, he found a way. Like, he always had a thick accent. Still has an accent to this day, but still, he was able to
Funny, I don't recognize
learn well
him.
enough. He got like vocal coaches and
Dad
stuff,
told
and
him.
like busted his
And
ass to make it
surprised.
happen.
He always does that with every new perfume the plant puts out.
Is there anything else?
No, Maxine, that's all. Good night.
Good night,
Like, Stallone's story is crazy. Like with Rocky, they offered him more money to just, he had to actually take less money in order to act in the movie, to star in the movie. They just wanted his script, but they didn't want him in it. And he actually took less money to be in the movie. It's like so backwards. Like he got less money to be in the movie, but it worked out. He won a fucking Academy Award and like all kinds of, you know, he ended up being a huge success from it, but so you just gotta believe in yourself, I guess, and just keep pushing. Yeah, that movie was pretty boring. I don't remember it much. I believe I watched
trying to get
it.
in the window.
I know I watched
A
at
big
least
bat.
some of it,
Oh, it was awful.
but it didn't feel super horror, if I remember right. It was just kind of a boring drama. Kind
Mary,
of
I
movie.
want you to tell me everything you did just before that bat tried
But
to
yeah,
get in.
Arnold was in Maggie.
Well,
I think it was
first I took the bath.
2013.
Then I brushed my hair, and
Some of
Maxine
that-
came
it's
in
like
and
a few
turned the
years
covers
old.
down. And then fastened the screen, which somehow had come unhooked.
Yeah? Go ahead. What else?
Well, then we talked about some new perfume that someone had put in my dressing table bottles. Dad, did you put any new perfume in my bottles?
What series are you
No,
talking
I
about?
didn't.
New mini
That's the stuff.
series?
Yes.
Tony, this smells like...
Hey, quiet. I've got a hunch that I want to follow up, and I'll need everybody's cooperation.
We'll do everything we can.
Of course.
Yeah,
Carruthers, now.
I know. Because all bats do is these tiny little chirpy sounds.
Operator, give me 48J, please. Hello, Dr. Carruthers. This is Johnny Layton. That's right. Something terrible is
Devil
happened to Mary.
bat versus
Can you hurry over?
Birdemic. Don't give those Birdemic guys any ideas.
Good.
They already
Wait,
keep
Johnny,
making
I'm
these
all right. I
movies.
don't need a
Like
doctor.
they
That's where
said,
the
another
cooperation
one
part
came
comes
out,
in.
right? It was the second
You'll
or
have to
the
pretend to
third
be a
one.
nervous wreck. Mr. Heath, you in one shot must help her trick Dr. Carruthers into staying
Like
here as long as she
Birdemic,
can.
it's just
Where are you
insane.
going, Johnny?
To do a
It's
little
like
private bat hunting.
so bad, and they know it's so bad, and they made it's one thing when you make the first one trying to make the best they can, and it ends up just being a horrible movie. It's like The Room, right? But it's another thing when you make another one, the miniseries for Catch-22. I have no idea what Catch-22 is, so. But yeah, it's like the second one, like they're purposely making it bad this time. I guess it's even worse than the first one. I don't know. I know what the term Catch-22 is. I'm saying I don't know what the series is. So it's a
Try to
series.
get through that window. If she's suffering from fright, I give her a sedative. Where's Mr. Layton?
Why, I guess he's out in the garden hunting the double bat.
It's a
Layton is
book.
a very brave young man.
So it's a book and a series.
Gives Heath
I
one of
mean,
these every
yeah, I
half
know
an
the
hour.
term, but
It will quieten her nerves. But Doc,
Maggie
hadn't
came
you
out in
better stay until
2019.
she's
God, I
quieter?
thought it was older.
She'll
than
be
that.
all right in the morning.
Hey, Doc, I don't feel so good myself. Would you mind taking my temperature?
You look perfectly well, Mr. McGuire.
Well, you ought to
I've
see
seen
my tongue.
so many
it looks just
movies.
like a squirrel's tail. Look.
Try some calomel.
Yeah, I think they are done with Birdemic 3. I don't think it's out though. I don't know. One of them they just released it at one of the film festivals because I remember Woody Leach, his YouTube channel, he went and saw it. I think it was at Fright or one of the more recent film festivals. I don't remember which one, but so I don't know if it's the third one that they saw at that one or the second one. They're not even doing a pitch. They're not doing pitch meetings for Birdemic. Like they're literally, it's like, you know, self-funded stuff. And that's the beautiful thing, and also the bad thing about nowadays being able to raise money and make projects. Like it's awesome. I'm all for it. But it also means we get a lot of really bad movies too. Because you can just anybody that wants can, if they can get enough people to raise money together on like you know, GoFundMe and whatever, you can make a movie. And that's awesome. But it also means you get some bad movies. Oh yeah, okay, I know what you mean, Chris. Banning Books is such a fascist movie. Man, talking about all these movies I've never heard of. It's so crazy now how much more complicated we expect our movies to be and our stories to be. Like I see horror movies that I mean, like people talk shit about all the time, like, oh, this movie was blah 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 blah, and I'm like, dude, compared to what we had back in the, you know, this era, 40s, you know, 30s, 40s, 50s, whatever, like this is like one of the most complicated movies ever made. Like just, I mean, look at this movie, for instance, like this, the concept, the whole story, everything is so simple.
Hi, Doc.
And it's like,
I
it could have
hope
been
I'm
a
not intruding.
15 minutes short.
No, not at all.
And got the job done
I heard
easy.
you're out.
10-minute short.
Any success?
No, but I thought maybe you might be able to help me.
Well, I don't see how that's possible.
Because like there's no twist,
suggest
there's no
anything?
character development, there's
Well, you
literally
could give me some
nothing
more of that new
after
concoction of yours.
the
That
first
shaving
like
lotion.
20 minutes
How
of
on
it.
earth could that possibly
And that's how a
help
lot of the
catch the devil
classics
bat?
were back then. And it was like
I've still got a
there is
crazy
just going to be
idea
this
that
cat
if
and
I
mouse
douse
back and
myself
forth
with it,
between the
it might
characters
attract
until
the killer.
finally
I don't see
there
how
was
you
an
can
ending.
connect the two. But there is a bottle of the lotion on the table.
Thanks.
I don't read. Unfortunately, I really struggle to read for multiple reasons.
You see, Doc, I figured out something. All 4 of the murdered people had this lotion on them when the devil bat struck. Now, my
Well,
plan
there's
is to
different
sit in the
reasons
garden,
that
and
you
when the killer
go
makes one of those power dives,
to see
I'll
movies.
blast
Like there's different types of
Late, I'm
movies.
afraid
And
all
so
these
like,
murders have affected
you
me
know,
tonight.
if you want a big dumb movie with lots of fun,
Maybe you'd like
like
to come along, Doc, and
explosions
be an
and
eyewitness.
stupid comedy and whatever,
Sure, it
like
would be just a waste of time.
I get
but I'd be
it. My
glad to
issue
watch
with
you
movies
expect.
Good.
like Fast
I
and
knew I could
Furious and
count on
stuff
you to
is
help
that
me.
they just literally it's like the same thing over and over and over. Like I loved the Meg 2. I loved the
Tell you,
first
ladies,
one. I think the
expect to be
second
bad
one
to be
was
attracted by the scent
even
of a
better.
lotion. It's all
Like it's
foolishness.
crazy how people
I
talk
think
shit
I
about it. I
better
thought it
than
was
the
even
law.
better because it leaned
sit
even
down,
more
Doc.
into just having fun.
The devil bat's behind schedule.
But
tonight.
something like Fast and Furious, it's like, dude, God, guys, like you just keep doing like it's just a cash grab.
You,
Like there's not
aren't very chummy tonight.
anything.
What's the matter?
Oh, welcome aboard.
Firearms always
Welcome to the
make me
crew,
nervous.
Jude.
I thought maybe you didn't want to be sitting too close to me. Just in case the
Like, I
devil
just
bat
feel
does
like
show up.
According
I don't
to
know.
your
I just feel
theory,
like it's the
killer wouldn't
same
attack me.
kind of shit over and over.
I
It's like
haven't
what
any of
keeps
that
seeing with
lotion on me.
Disney. Just these IPs that just keep making them over and over and
Yeah,
over.
now,
And
Doc.
it's the
Why did
same
you do
shit.
To make it a 50-50 proposition, Doc. Now sit down. And don't try any shenanigans.
Shenanigans. It's so funny to me and someone ever used
Not
the
so
word
funny when it's your own
shenanigans
jugular vein that's in danger.
in a serious
Is it, Doc?
context.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Maybe you made a mistake when you let that devil bat of yours out of the attic tonight.
There's a
Don't worry
few of
about
the
the bat
Fast and
killing you.
Furious that
I'm saving
were
you
pretty
for the
good.
hangman.
But the last couple, man, I tried. My sister loves
Tell me,
them.
Doc, how did you
And
develop a monster
even
bat
her,
like that?
the last two, she's been like, these are just bad.
You wouldn't understand scientific theory.
There were elements though about the last Fast and Furious that was still fun. It was still good. I can't stand what I just can't stand a lot of like I don't know, a lot of the stuff is just abysmal. Like the humor, it's like the jokes are so fucking corny. Won't matter if you kill the bat, he'll just make more. You gotta get him.
Chief, what are you doing out here? Young fellow, don't think that
I
you're
call
the only man working on this
shenanigans.
case. It was lucky I was here, too.
There used to be
Thanks.
an
Did you kill the devil
awesome,
bat? No, I
awesome
got away.
restaurant.
Well, here's one
Tiny,
person that didn't
tiny
get away,
little hole in
and
the
he's the
wall place
murderer
called
we've both been looking
Shenanigans
for.
in downtown Sacramento, and he was this
Quick,
little
shoot it.
Irish guy, and he made like the best fucking pancakes I've ever had in my entire life. And then, of course, 2020 did it in like a lot of the like. Here, all the mom and pops are gone. Like literally,
So's the doctor.
like I know it's that way in a lot of places, but
Dr.
like
Carruthers is the
every
murderer.
mom and pop
He's hiding
place
somewhere
is
in
gone.
the garden.
Like there's
You fellows get back to the house and
almost
guard
none
Mary.
left at all. Like it's so bad.
Come on.
And there's little by little stuff starting to open up again, but not anything like what it used to be.
Dr. Crothers! Doctor! Has anything happened to Johnny? Is he hurt?
Yeah, but It Stains the Sands Red also has, like, that's the thing. It was very fun, but it also has substance and character development and just, you know. Yeah, Vin Diesel's really what ruins it for me at this point. Like, he's just so arrogant in this Fast and Furious franchise, and he's just, like, the way he plays his role is so annoying. You know, and I used to love Vin Diesel, but he's gotten worse and worse and worse over the years. Like guy annoys the shit out of me.
Go help Dr. Carruthers. He's over there.
That devil bat belonged to the doctor, Mary. He
Yeah, I feel like
created it to commit those murders.
it only needs to be realistic enough as in needing to have stakes.
It's too late
If
to
it's
help
like
the doc.
the Fast and the Furious where no one dies because every time someone supposedly killed, they bring them back. They come up with some corny, insane way to bring them back to life. And like it's just gotten insane. Like every single one, they're like, oh, so and so died. And you're like, uh-huh. Like literally in this one, it like ends on a cliffhanger of like these characters dying, And I even heard some people be like, "Oh my god, I can't believe they killed so and so." I'm like, dude, there's no way they're dead. They're obviously gonna bring them back. They do this. They've done this over and over and over, and they bring them back every time, different characters. And like that's the thing that's happening with Marvel, doing the same kind of stuff, where it's like you start to have no stakes anymore. I don't care where your reality is. You could be like in a fantastical world where all this kind of stuff is possible, but you still have to like draw the line somewhere and be like, these are the rules. And if you break these rules, you'll die, so to speak, or whatever. Right. And when you just constantly bring everybody back to life, it's like the bat died and you cried. I know, poor bat made out of rubber and paper mache. Yeah, Stains of Sands Red was in this most recent Tubi list that I put out last Friday. As well as some other really great ones. So if any of you haven't watched that video yet, you definitely should. It's one of my better Tubi list, I think, this year. So, but it has been a pleasure, and normally I stick around longer, but I need to get stuff done. I still got to finish the laundry stuff and get some packing stuff started, and more importantly, get dinner. So, but I promise this weekend, you will definitely see me and Leslie from the spooky convention and doing some fun stuff. I promise we'll do at least one live from the convention, and then probably do another live closer to Halloween, but I'm not exactly sure. I don't want to promise anything other than definitely will do at least one substantial live where we both chill and talk about whatever. So, but thank you guys. And I will talk to you guys this weekend. This Friday, I'm putting out a Hulu video. It's like the best Hulu list this entire year. Like Hulu is just killing it. And it's one of my favorite videos I put out this year because one, I like the costume, but more important than that, I think the content, the movies are just really rad. So, but you guys have a great night, and I will talk to you guys later. Thank you so much for hanging out with me.